relax completely. Just keep your eyes closed. And I hope you have contemplated over the ideas that we have shared. And one that is very interesting point that we saw yesterday was, who can ever describe what the person, the free person, the wise one, revels within himself. In fact, that is true for all our experiences. Nobody can describe in words what you feel inside. Whether it is your relative excitements or pain, your relations or depressions, you can't put them in words. What to talk of being with your own self. Just see that immediately. As you close your eyes, the whole creation remains in its own place. We are just in one little spot. There are thousands and thousands and millions of miles of expanses. Our planet, solar system, the moon 240,000 kilometers away, the sun 90 millions away, stars, galaxies. Just position your body in this universe. That itself will wipe you out. And this body, your body, which you are using every moment, has no sense of being alive, has no sense of existence. It has no sense of moving or not moving. It's inert, unconscious. You are consciousness. You are conscious. To be the consciousness, you don't need to speak, don't need to think. To be the consciousness, where both Sat and Chit, Sat, the being, existence, Chit, the awareness, one and the same. being is consciousness, being aware. You don't need a name, a word, a description. Or even a thought. Therefore, how to describe it? Just see that, friend. Just begin with the silence. What words must you use to describe the silence? The word silence is a name. To speak that name, you produce the sound. The name silence, or the word spoken, the silence, can never describe what it stands for. Again, what thought you must have to be the silence, to experience the silence. What thought must you invoke? What sounds must you listen? Just see the simplicity, the beauty, the innocence, and the effortlessness. Silence. It's a name. It doesn't remind you of any sound. And what it reminds you in that, the name fades away. The name becomes a thought. The sound becomes a thought. That thought also fades away. In the meaning of the word silence. And see that, friends. The silence, one of a kind. Words are varied and different. We speak now in English. We can speak in Oriya, Hindi, Sanskrit, Tamil, French, Russian. Millions of languages. Words are different. Languages are varied. Silence is one of a kind. It's the content of every language, every word. There are millions of sounds, but one silence. It's difficult, it needs effort to learn a language, words and descriptions. Language of silence, natural, effortless. Everyone knows. No script, no words, no descriptions needed. See that, friends. And the most beautiful part of it is when we use an amplifier, a loudspeaker, a sound box, to amplify the sound, to reach distances. Maybe through radio, we can go around the world. You don't need an instrument to amplify the silence. You don't need to expand it. Silence has no limit, no geographical barrier, no limits of speed, distance. Silence at once everywhere. Same principle, friends, your nature. Who you are is not a word, not a road, not a name, not a language, not a thought, not an action, not a speech. To be who you are. You don't have to stick to anything. It's one of a kind. Physical objects, millions and varied. Perceptions, millions and varied thoughts, so many varieties. Awareness, one of a kind. Like different languages, Hindi, English, Sanskrit, French, languages are many. Like that, the language of the body, the sights, the sounds, the smells, the languages of the sense organs, the thoughts, emotions, language within, many, many kinds. Awareness, one of a kind. To see something, you must go somewhere. To taste, to touch, to smell, to listen. You have to travel distances. To be consciousness, to be conscious, you don't need to travel in time and space. Again, to remember your experiences outside. You have to have a thought. You go to a country and continents, many thoughts you pick up. Sitting down at your home, you bring back those thoughts, those memories, to remember the experiences you went through. But to be the self who you are who you are, anywhere and everywhere. In your home country, in continents away, in another star and galaxy. Here, there, everywhere. At all times. You don't need to create a thought about yourself. Nor you need to remember a thought to be conscious. See the effortlessness of it. Every human being, every person, man, woman, irrespective of your caste, creed, sex, race, nationality, religion, conditions of the body or mind. You are who you are at all times. It's such a simple, innocent, effortless existence. You don't need any language to describe it. You don't need any thought to invoke it, as no thought can dismiss it. Just see that, friends. Just be that. As being the self who you are, there is no resistance to any type of thought, nor there is any craving for any type of thought, memory or emotion. There is no resistance to changing body, nor there is a craving for the body to be in a particular way. So also, there is no resistance to ever-changing day and night, the passage of time, and the changes that come over the whole universe. Nor there is a craving for a particular condition to continue or last forever. Atma Vishranti Tuptasya, that was the language. One who is satisfied, fulfilled, having the repose in himself, being the self, reveling in the self, which is not an action. No more there is any resistance to all the changes that happens at all levels. Nor is there any craving for any particular condition to continue. See that, friends. Who you are, effortlessly eternal, always remains as it is. But all you are, the thoughts, memories, your body, playing in this world, the universe, no particular condition will prevail. It has to change. And such a blessing it is. However exciting the sound may be, if it lasts forever, you shall be bored. And it can't last forever. No touch, no sight, no taste, no smell, no thought. Understand? Can last forever. Neither, listen please, neither the thoughts of a desire, nor the perceptions, sensations, the sounds, touches, taste, smell, sight, they have any need or a desire to last forever. Who you are, the awareness, always the same. In between, one thought, the I. Who wants something to last forever. The same one will be tired if it remains with something for some time. That is why, listen please, however exotic the perception may be, the object can be, the sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. However exotic the sensation may be, however exotic your thoughts or memory can be, the eye soon gets tired. Think, friends. It's the eye who gets excited and tired. There is no excitement in the universe. There is no tiredness in the universe. Body is not excited. Body doesn't feel bored. Nor there is excitement or boredom in the awareness that you are. Thoughts by themselves are no excitement or boredom. The eye feels it. And to be yourself, you don't need the word I. And that sense of limited individuality fades away. In who you are, the limitless being, there is no more excitement or boredom in the ordinary sense of the term. You are eternally inspired. Your being who you are is so exciting. You don't want to be somebody else or something else. Nothing adds to the infinity. Nothing can limit the infinity. So see that. Just like being the silence, no words needed, no sound needed. No sound can take it away, no words can destroy it. Nothing can describe it. Same way, being yourself, the absolute stillness, call it silence, consciousness, nischalam, nispandam, no chalana, no movement, nispanda, no spandana, no thrumming, no movement of any kind. You can only be that. You can't talk about it. You can talk, but the words are not capable to describe. It's like no words can reach the silence. They shall fade away there. In fact, there is no question of reaching it. It happens in silence. It doesn't affect the silence. For the sounds to be, the silence is required. For the silence to be, no sound needed. For the thoughts to be, consciousness required. To be conscious, no thought is needed. That is why being yourself, all the struggles come to an end. To remove a thought or to invoke a thought, no more needed. To maintain a condition or to dismiss a condition, no more needed. No action needed. No speech required. No thought needed. Nor thoughts are redundant, nor the words, actions are anyway causing any type of fear. You are absolutely at rest with yourself. To be the consciousness. No effort needed, always as it is. friends. Now just see these things clearly. This is the essence of all that you learn. And who is this essence? You are the essence. Always remember that. So that the books do not become more important than you. The teaching, the teacher, the thoughts, the practices, religions, or anything for that matter, doesn't become more important than you. And in this absolute importance of you being who you are, there is no hint of selfishness, because everybody is most important. Understand? If I say, I am very important, and that is from the standpoint of the body, it will be ridiculous, very selfish, because my needs are better than other people's needs. No. It's my house, my car, my son, my daughter. My life is more important. No. Whatever you own, in the relative world, if you take that to be yourself, you become selfish. When you are who you are, and you are the most important, there is no selfishness there, it is selfless, because I am not more important than the others, I am not more divine than others, more godly or less godly. Just see that, friends, very, very important. Because unconsciously, suppose this, you listen to these ideas, unconsciously you can fall in love with that idea, make that idea more important. Why? Because we have been doing that for the longest time in our life. Have you not seen it? Please see that. You get excited by, listen carefully, you get excited by sunrise, sunset, beautiful clouds, rainbows, lovely landscape. Please tell me, which one is more important? The landscapes that your eyes see or your own eyes? Without your eyes, you cannot see the landscape, however exotic it is. Whether it's a desert, ocean, mountains, or a moonscape, or any other starscape. If you are blind, it means nothing. But how excited people are about seeing the landscape, but not excited about just seeing. Understand? Seeing comes first. Seeing the object comes later on. We are so miserable that I could not see something, but I am seeing. To return to these basics, which is also infinity, many people are deluded. Millions. The whole world goes towards it. People describe what they saw in another country, travel over. So suddenly you are caught with an obsession that you also must go to that country. You must also see that place. You must also hear that music. There is nothing like Amazon. There is nothing like Himalayas. Hey, there is nothing like you. Do you feel blessed that you can see? What you see comes later on. Do you feel blessed that you can hear? Which one is more important? Just the hearing or hearing a sound? Which sound you must hear? That is why you are disappointed. Somebody comes and tells, when I went to Masai Mara, I heard 10 lions were roaring continuously. Oh, you are so lucky, I am so stupid. No. People try to make themselves very unique. More and more they can invoke a sense of inferiority in you, they become superior. If you refuse to be inferior, you say, I have heard 10, what is that? Lions. You can say, I have heard 10 monkeys in my village. Have you heard 10 monkeys together? No. Listen carefully. Please think, what is more important? How people feel miserable. I have not tasted this food. I have not seen the Prime Minister, you know. How people feel. I didn't see the... Oh yes, I'm so nearer to the Prime Minister. I'm so nearer to the Governor. Drivers are nearer to him. His cook. His cook also is a Prime Minister. The person who sweeps that house also is a Prime Minister. Every day that fellow is looking at him. So you feel uncomfortable, what? Even though you are somebody, whatever may be your role, but you feel stupid that I have not seen. So what? Listen carefully. That importance for the sense of being. But from the day one, what we have seen becomes more important than our eyes. What we hear becomes more important than our ears. So we discuss what you have heard, what I have not heard, what you have seen, I have not seen, what I have touched, you have not touched, what I have smelled, you have not smelled, what I have tasted, I have not tasted. This is the conversation of millions. Giving mutually damning experiences, superiority or inferiority. In the discussion, there is no elevation, no release, no freedom, but continuity of a sense of bondage and inferiority or superiority. Think. It doesn't stop with the senses and the sense objects. Go within. Just like you don't give importance to your eyes, but what your eyes see. Same way, you don't give importance to yourself being consciousness, but what you are conscious of. You are good enough to drive yourself crazy because your thoughts have overtaken your life. Think. Which is more important? This is a beautiful flower. If somebody comes in a gun point at your stands there and says, either you give the flower or your eyes, what shall you say? Take my eyes, but leave the flower. Will you say that? Listen carefully, friends. But people do that. This so-called love, how many people kill themselves because they didn't get a boy or a girl? A man or a woman. How many people commit suicide? The world's history is full of that. Whether it is Ramayana, Mahabharata mythology or today's world. Your love begins with yourself. If you are not there, whom are you going to love? Think. If you are not there, whom are you going to love? And what does people do? Worried about how many times, listen carefully, how many times you think of your face in a day, and how many times you think of other people's face that haunt you continuously. Think of it. Oh, she is so nice, he is so nice, that one is so nice. Are you stupid? Let them be nice. Why? World is beautiful with beautiful things, every type of thing. But not more important than me. Huh? Oh, my life is a waste without this. I see. So you are a waste. And it will never be fulfilled, because if you say your life is complete with something, you shall be frightened of that something for the rest of your life, because without it you will be stupid. Anybody can frighten you. Time can snatch it. You shall curse the time if you are an unbeliever. God can snatch it if you are a believer, and you shall hate the God. Of course you will hate your neighbor because he snatched your wife or your husband or some government, because they took out your money, income tax. You will hate everybody. Think, friends. See that. What the eyes see have become more important than the eyes. What the ears hear has become more important than that. Other people's bodies have become more important than my own body. Who is the most wonderful person in this world? Me. Oh, you are too full of yourself. No. I say you too are also most important person. How can there be so many most important persons? That's what the absolute is all about. Where everybody is an emperor, empire is not divided. Everybody is a king, the kingdom undivided. Absolute socialism. You understand that? See that beauty. The kings can meet, not the king and the slave. Slaves cannot have relationship. Listen carefully. Prisoners will have only a riot in the prison. As each one has his own limits. You are the prisoner of a thought, an idea, a belief system, a religion, a practice, a God. And you are proud of that. You are a prisoner, but you are proud of your prison. Ha. And the other person also is proud of his prison. So there is a riot. My God, your God. My thought, your thought. My belief, your belief. Will you like to join that rat race? Rather, you should be tired of that race. Enough. Then you come back to yourself, who you are. What is seen? Listen. So when you listen to this, don't ever unconsciously make the books very important, the ashram very important, the classes very important, the person very important, the teaching very important. No. You. As I told you, why people tend to do that? Because whole life we have been doing it. Sounds have become more important than the ears, touches are more important than my body, sights are more important than my eyes, and transferred, you extend it, thoughts have become more important than the consciousness. I thought has become supremely important. That's a name. That's my name. Who can never be named? The nameless. What a release. Huh? Think. Abba, For me to be me, nothing is needed. That is where gratitude comes. Apparent bondage, apparent release. So stuck, thank God for this tradition. Aho Guru, Aho Shastra, Aho Shastra. What a scripture, what a teacher, what a teaching, what a tradition, what a life. If you see, when you see that freedom in yourself, if you don't see, you are doing some flattery nonsense which doesn't mean anything to you. It's like you like the singing because the singer is beautiful. What a headache. You don't understand any singing. But the singer is beautiful, so to praise him or her, you say, oh, singing is so nice. What did you get? Nothing. Listen carefully. Flattery. Only when you see yourself who you are, the other day in Guru Purnima classes I was telling you, only when you see yourself who you are a Shishya, disciple, a student. Until that, the person is not a Guru. His Guru is not a post. The other day somebody asked me, Swamiji, are you a Guru? I said, are you a disciple? Is there anybody who is a husband for everybody? Is there any woman who is everybody's wife? When you say your husband to your wife. When you are a wife to your husband. Not everybody's husband, everybody's wife you are. Guru is a title. What a waste. One who sees himself can't forget. Why? One who introduced me to myself. Wow. You can travel through many. Somebody touches. Whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Not the Guru will say, I am the one supposed to teach everybody. What nonsense. If somebody has been blessed by it, thank you. Are you free? Yes, go get lost. Think of it. Effortlessness. And that, read this, I must get this. That verse kills me and it's so fantastic. I don't know what to do. Yeah, here it is. Yes, please read. We'll see beautiful ideas coming. I'll talk to you. Read. 93, please. Atma Vishranti Druttena Nirasena Gatartina Antaryad Anubhuyete Tatkatham Kasya Kathyate Suptopi na susupto che Supnepi shaito na che Jagarepi na jagarti Dhirastrutta pade pade Gya sachintopi nischinta hai Sendriyopi nirindriyah Subuddhirapi nirbuddhi Sahankaro nahankruti Nasukhi nachava dukhi Navirakto nasangavan Namo Kshurnava Muktahe Nakinchin Nacha Kinchana Nasukhi Nachava Dukhi Navirakto Nasangavan Namo Kshurnava Muktahe Nakinchin Nacha Kinchana. These verses, they are not one after another. In the entire book can be one verse, and from that one verse you can go on reading million ideas. But you will be bored, in a sense, same verse every day, like idli every day. Like best food also you'll be tired. I have not seen that. You have the best thing. But your best thing is not good enough for you. That is the trouble. Have you not seen it? You have a piece of ornament which everybody looks at it, but you don't like it. Why? Because it's yours. This tiredness, understand, this boredom comes from the sense of individuality. The I am enjoying, therefore I can't enjoy anymore. It's naturally, it comes with the fragility comes with the fragile individuality. With your sense of being who you are eternally excited. Everything as it is always beautiful. Every day you can see sunrise, but you are not tired. Every day you live with your own body, you are not tired. Excited means what? I am very happy with my 30-year-old body, but when it is 35-year-old body, well done. I like my nose was like this, my nose is like this. What is this? That's you. Just think. Yesterday, I was reading on magazine. I read something, I like to read something. It's a very beautiful statement. Very ordinary man, very ordinary author. Is that name? Nobody knows that name. Some Walter, Messi, something, whoever it is, okay, some person's name, don't worry. That statement you must have given to 100 people, I must have given to thousands of people. It is a very common statement. Everybody knows, everybody gives. But that statement, in such a way written, it caught me. What was it in Nigeria? Listen carefully, a true friend is one who walks in when the whole world walks away. Listen carefully. It's an amazing statement. A true friend is one who walks in when the whole world walks away. When you see these things, listen to this thing, you will feel very comfortable. How many such people are there in your life? When everybody was walking away, that person was there. Listen carefully. So now find out who can be your really true friend. Think. Usually yourself you say, when I was going through this personal life crisis, my father went away, husband went away, his wife went away, son went away, only one friend. Or when business was collapsing, this particular bank helped me, therefore. Or I was in the road, accident, everything was going crazy, and one person came in and picked me. This is how we'll remember. Nothing wrong, friends, those are relative things. But that is not the truth, absolutely. Listen carefully. Because when you say a true friend steps in when the whole world walks away, listen. In reality, your entire world around you is continuously walking away from you. Listen. Your entire world around you is continuously walking away from you. And that includes your own physical body. Your own physical body continuously walking away from you. Because you found yourself with a body which was 4-year-old. Because before that you don't remember that you had a body. Anybody remembering his first day, second day, 1 year, 2 years? You don't. You remember when you are 4-year-old? That also many people don't remember. 5, 6-year-old also sometimes. Your earliest childhood incident you remember? Earliest childhood remember. Try. I remember when I was some 6, 7-year-old. I don't remember. And 4-year-old remember because they pierced this. So it was so painful. I remember they gave laddu in my mouth and they did it like that. I remember that. Think. Anyway. You don't remember. But your body is continuously walking away from you. Let us start with the world. Your father is gone. Mother is gone. Many friends have died. The schools you studied might have closed down. Colleges far away. Your village or town where you are born, far away. So many people you met in life. In first standard, 40 children, your friends. Go to fifth standard, you go to another school, 4, 5. By the time you pass matriculation, 3, 4 friends. College, 1 friend. Where everybody naturally drop out. Maybe if you go to the top, you are alone. Finished. Nobody goes with you. World is continuously walking away. Listen carefully. Once one friend goes away, somehow you hold on to something else to maintain your life. But that also goes away. Ultimately, your own body is deceiving you. You don't need anybody because you can move by yourself. You can go for a walk, you can go for a holiday, you can go to mountains, you can go to this, you can go to that. You don't need any friends. But the day your body is sick and tired, one nurse must be there, somebody must be there. Think. So the nurse become very friendly. That is why you can see many 70 plus, 80 plus or whoever is sick, they completely make their children feel dispossessed. They don't give anything to their children, but the nurse gets everything, millions. It happens in life. Last moment of your life, somebody comes in. But that is the time you are really helpless. Other time, you are good, others are also hanging around you. They are sharing your health, your wealth, but there is nobody to share your disease, your old age. So you deny them the health you deny them the wealth, one who share your disease and old age, you give them everything and go away. It happens it happens in life. Now listen, the physical body also will goes away. Your thoughts, memories are fading. When everything is fading, world is falling apart, body is falling apart, thoughts are falling apart, one steps in. Who is that? Your self-consciousness. The real friend. If you name it, listen carefully, if you name it happiness, happiness is you, your friend. Both one and the same. If you name it God, God is your best friend. If you name it truth, truth is your best friend. If you name it fulfillment, fulfillment is your best friend. If you name it love, love is your best friend. If you name freedom, freedom is your best friend. Are you getting that point? You are your best friend because it never walks away from you. That is for your consumption. Don't go and tell your husband that. Tell your wife that, or tell your friends that, I am my best friend. When I say, listen carefully, when I say I am my best friend, that does not mean others are my enemies. No, I am my best friend. And I am friendly with everything. With you, I am very happy. In case it so happens you are not there, I am still happiness. Don't feel frightened because you should be also like that. With me, you are very happy. When I am not there, you are also happy. Whoa, what a relationship. You understand? This is insight, awareness unto yourself, being who you are. Who is your best friend? I have written that book, no, God my best friend. Why? Make the self, even self my best friend, God my best friend, whatever you name it, because it's nameless. Who you are is nameless. Who are you? That which is other than the 3 bodies, 3 avasthas, all that you know that. Call it Satya, Chit, Anand, name it whatever you like. You name it truth, truth is your best friend. Your best friend means what? You and the friend are one and the same. You are your best friend. Nobody can snatch it. Nobody can create a confusion there. Nobody can create a division there. Me and my friend, me and the truth, one and the same. No time can snatch it. No sword can cleave it. No water can drown it. No fire can burn it. Nothing can touch it. Therefore, when the whole world walks away, one who comes in is your best friend. So who fulfills that definition? Only you. It makes you self-sufficient, but not arrogant. Because I'm so happy with myself, but I'm happy with everything else also. I'm very happy with myself. Which flower you like? Listen carefully. I'm very happy with myself. Which flower you like? Okay, if these two are here, which one is better? You see, white also is nice, this is also nice. All right. Okay, I'll take this one. Or somebody, no, I like white color, take this one. Which one is better? Both are fine. But something and better. Like suppose you have been eating food, just take an example. Because you must be living that, you must live that life continuously. Which food is better? Suppose I have been eating from my childhood, I have been eating roti. And you are from the childhood, you are eating bread. Somebody from the childhood eating only cereal. So you are three wise people. Cereal eating wise, bread eating wise, roti eating wise. So three wise men's conference. Food is available. Where shall you go? There are 20 varieties. Where shall you go? If you are a North Indian bread eating fellow, go to bread. Roti eating fellow, go to roti. Tahir Shadam eating fellow, go to Tahir Shadam. Don't say, oh, he has a like. Not like. That's your choice. Think. So if it's there, beautiful. Not there, you don't insist. No, Tahir Shadam, make it and bring it. Rubbish. Why should I inconvenience people? I can say, today I am fasting. Finish. Least of the problem. Why should I create a problem? I want only this. Are you going to die if you don't eat one particular food one day? Amazing flexibility of the freedom. Are you getting that point, please? So you are your best friend. If the ahankar, the I thought is very strong, you say it is nice, but I like my laddu, my chocolate must come with me. I have been living with chocolate for such a long time. Now you say I am myself, so I cannot eat chocolate. Who says not to eat chocolate? Eat chocolate, but don't depend on it. Think. It's so nice. That is why antar yad anuvuyeta. Vanu antah yad anuvuyeta. Antah within, in your being, what you feel, who you are, kena sakyate vaktum, who can talk about it? How are you going to communicate? You can only say, oh, ah, ooh. I mean, oh, you are making fun of it. Me for making fun of it? No, Upanishad will say that. That wise person, how does he move out in the world? In Taittiriya Upanishad will come, etat samagaya naste. Ha, vu, ha, vu, ha, vu. This wise man, having found in himself, reveling in himself, singing this glory of wisdom, lives his life. And what does he sing? Ah, vu, oh. When you are happy, what do you do? When you are happy, what language you speak? Appa. What is that? Appa. Oh, ooh. That's right. Meaningless nonsense comes from your mouth, right or wrong? Have you not seen people Adults playing with the 1-year-old baby children, how do they become stupid, absolute jokers, isn't it? What is it? Why do you do that? He's just so happy. Happiness has no language. Who can speak? Right, but somebody making that noise does not necessarily mean happy. You can pretend. Understand? You can pretend. That is, a smile is not necessarily the sign of happiness. Out of happiness you can cry. You can be very thrilled and crying out. You can be very thrilled and laugh away. So laughter is the reflection or the tears? Tears are the reflections. Happiness is happiness. Nothing can reflect it. Who can speak about it? Who can talk about it? Who can talk about it? That is why, listen carefully, if you are your best friend, you are also in ignorance shall be your worst enemy. Because when I am, listen carefully, average person will consider this, please. Listen, see the logic. Suppose you like this flower, this is your object of happiness. You like this flower. So if I give it to you, what shall you say? You are so nice, you are so kind, you are so sweet. You gave me this flower. You are my best friend. Okay, nice. So other day I gave this same flower to another person. You are my worst enemy. Why? You gave that flower to the other fellow. See? You see that logic? If you consider an object outside is your friend, very soon you shall be friendless. Because either you can't have that object or the object is not there available. Happiness. Listen carefully. If you ultimately understand, in the presence of the object, the thought disappears, and in that moment, I am with myself. I am the happiness. Listen carefully. Then the loss of the object will not matter to you. But in those moments when you are forgetful, if you forget yourself, you become miserable. So if you remember yourself, you are happiness. If you forget yourself, you are unhappiness. It's not the people. Are you getting that point, please? It's not the people who make you unhappy. Your own forgetfulness of yourself makes you unhappy. Are you getting that point? Who makes you miserable? Think. If you say the presence of the person or the object makes me happy, the absence of the object will make you miserable. If the absence of the object or person make you happy, the presence of that person will make you miserable. That is why people go through this up and down, the sinking. Now up, now down, suffocated in the path of life. In the absence of the object, it makes you comfortable. Oh, Swamiji, this house is so nice when that fool is not around. Now the fool comes in, finished. Think of it. Extend it. If the presence of a thought makes you very comfortable, if one memory comes up, you are so excited. For no reason you are excited. Why? That thought comes in. The thought goes away. This I goes through ups and downs. But suppose you discover, my happiness is not the presence of the object or the absence of thought. Neither it is the absence of the object or the presence of thought. My happiness is me being myself. That's myself. Then presence or absence of any kind, thought or object makes no difference. Are you getting that point, please? It becomes fantastic. But if any moment you are unhappy, you do not blame the object of the thought, nor you blame the thought of the object, but you blame your ignorance. Hey, I forgot myself. How can listen, when you are the happiness, no force in the world can make you miserable. And if you don't know yourself, no force in the world can make you happy. Think of it. If you are ignorant and you are not happy with yourself, somebody can help you to forget your unhappiness for some time, but can never positively make you happy. That is why you are destroyed in life. That is why it is escaping. Escaping into a movie, escaping into a picture, or to a thought, or a music, or dance program, even sightseeing, travel, food, friendship. Why? Because forgetting everything. And the moment you disengage yourself from that, loneliness. Ask yourself, are you lonely or you are alone? In aloneness, where there is nothing other than you. Lonely is something should be there, something must be there, somebody must be there. Lonely. Therefore, you are your best friend. So that language, that was so beautiful, triggered this thought. When the real friend is one who walks in, when the whole world walks out. Yes, sir, the whole world is what it is, will continuously walk away only. Will continuously walk away. You cannot. If you want to rely on this world that itself give you permanent companionship, you are misplaced. The days will pass, the dawn, dusk will pass, the childhood will go, the youth will go, the adult days will go, possessions will pass, body grows old, your memories will fade, people around will pass, they shall continue to pass. When the whole universe continuously walking away, one who continuously steps in, meaning never goes away, is yourself who you are. That is why you are your best friend. I am my best friend. You are your best friend. Call it, if you name it God, God is your best friend. Truth, truth is your best friend. Happiness, happiness is your best friend. Love, love is your best friend. Everything is beautiful. So you find, call it godliness, love, freedom, truth, happiness, fulfillment, any language you like. Everything has its source in yourself, being who you are. Tat katham kasya kathyate, who can talk about it? Since nobody can talk about it, nothing can talk about it. I am comfortable with myself, yet I am comfortable with every description, every book, every idea. Why? Because nothing, if nobody can talk about it, nobody can destroy it either. The silence, nobody can create. Listen. In producing the sound, there is effort. In reducing the sound also, there is an effort. But silence, what should you do? Just think that. To speak, I must do something. To reduce this noise, I must do something. Slow down, slow down, slow down. To be silent, what slowing down? Huh? For the silence, shall I slow down or gear up? Sensations, you can slow down and gear up. Happiness, listen. If you equate sensation with happiness, you are stuck. What is sensation? Music. Ah, it's lovely. Put little motion, little motion, little motion. Ah, it's too much. Little listen. Ah. Silence. is a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight, it's all to be, there will be effort, balancing, equalizer. In happiness being who you are, that is right. Be free. Be the happiness. Be the changeless. Live with the changes. Be the meditation. Live with every type of changes in life. And such a person, that's right, such a person. What does he do? Suptopi nasa suptose swapne pi saite nacha jagare pina jagarti dhiras trupta pade pade. Such a person, pade pade, in every step of his life, in every moment of his life, every step that he takes in space, every moment he spends in the time, trupta, continuously satisfied. He does not step out, he does not take a single step in search of fulfillment. Nor he waits for a particular auspicious time for the fulfillment to done. Mahadeva, what can I say? This is the destiny of every human individual. That's your nature. Ultimate, absolute self-definition, happiness, you are. Pade pade, in a language. In every step you take, every moment you live, every breath that you breathe, no more seeking fulfillment, seeking happiness, seeking comfort, seeking freedom, seeking love, seeking divinity, seeking freedom, liberation. You are free to move. You are free to move in space. Listen carefully. You are free to move in space. Take a step in space. Or you can choose not to take a step. You can stay down same place wherever you are. And when you are choicelessly moving in time, because you have no choice to move in time, time moves through us. In this 1 hour we are sitting down here, we are not covering a distance in space, but aging continuously. You'll walk away from this room 1 hour older. But in all these moments, movements, in time, choiceless, in space with a choice, truptaha, you are no more looking for satisfaction. Appa, you understand how nice it is? You understand? It's so, this has become almost like a purposeless movement. Why are you moving? What else to do? Why are you alive? What else to do? Why are you happy? What else can I be? Oh, Swamiji, every class you are talking only happiness, happiness, happiness. Then what shall I talk for a change on happiness? Huh? Every class only freedom, every class only love, every class only fulfillment, every only infinity. Then for a change, what shall I, give me a substitute of the infinity. Same subject, but never bored. Why? Because you are not there to be bored, understand? Boredom comes, the moment you say boredom or excitement in relation to, in comparison to another state, you are there. Individuality comes up. Not that therefore you are taking away the right for the person to be bored. No, it's not like that. A person cannot, hide under this logic and say, every day talking nonsense and say, see, you are feeling bored. You are not impressed by my talk. Something wrong with you. Hey, don't do that. You talk nonsense and I have to enjoy it continuously. All right, you go on talking, but I am not here. Bye. See that. Nobody takes away your freedom. And even suppose on a gunpoint, let us say on a gunpoint you are there. You enjoy it. Why? I am not listening to your sound for happiness. I have to be, I have to be. Does it not happen? Have you not seen people living their life like that? Without any choice. You have a mentally challenged child in your house. The parents, like life imprisonment, 25 years, 30 years, until the child passes, they are stuck in the house. You have got a physically challenged person. Terminal disease of your father, mother, husband, wife, somebody somewhere. What do? You get stuck. One side paralyzed. You lose a limb for an accident. Do you understand? Situation can come like that in life. So however wise man you are, yes, consciousness cannot be touched, but body can be touched. Body can have a disease. Anything can happen. But you are not affected with it. Such a person. Suptopina susupta. Sleeping, he does not sleep. Waking he is not awake. Dreaming, he doesn't dream. Trup pade pade. He is not dependent upon, listen carefully. If people take it literally, then shall say, wise man never sleeps. Even when you are sleeping, he is conscious. Then what type of sleep is that when you are conscious? Sleep means, naham janami, nakinchi janami. Neither I know myself, nor I know anything else. That is sleep. Nasusupti doesn't sleep while sleeping. What do you mean? Meaning, you wake up and say, you are maybe lost in a sleeper role. Fellow is tired of life, tired of waking, always wants to go back to sleep. Cannot go to sleep, induce the sleep with a drugs or something, and drink or tablet, go to sleep. Because his satisfaction, he is afraid of waking. He wants to identify with the sleep. Wise man, while sleeping, asleep. Waking, awake. Dreaming, dream if it comes. Doesn't come, so what? Sleeping, he doesn't sleep, meaning that assuming the role, I'm a sleeper, I want to be sleeper. No, I want to be awake, fighting the sleep. Listen. Like youngsters, listening to music, partying until the late night is so exciting that a person refuses to sleep. That is an obsession. You choose to sleep, you choose not to sleep. That choice is there. And if you fall asleep, you are awake. Not afraid of waking, not afraid of falling asleep. Not craving for sleep, not craving for dream. Tasmat. As it is, beautiful. In whatever state you are in, ask yourself, are you happy, the happiness itself, at this moment as you are, or you are waiting? Only 11, now it's 12 o'clock only. 2 o'clock only my happiness will begin. I am waiting for this marriage to be divorced, then only. Or I want divorced, now I am waiting for a relationship. Headache. This food is no, I am waiting for my. Hey, listen carefully. There can be waiting for a food, there can be waiting for a relationship, there can be waiting for a sound to be heard, waiting for a touch to be touched, waiting for a smell to be smelled, waiting for a condition of the body to come. There is no waiting for happiness. Listen. It's like you can't wait for silence, you can wait for sound. Listen, please listen. What are you waiting for? My speech or silence? Listen. I have put in a mood of waiting. For what? Sound. Can you wait for silence? No words, silence is. Speech is also there, silence surrounds it. You can't wait for silence. Any waiting also gives you trouble in life. Are you getting? I think I told long time back in one of those classes. Waiting gives you pain in life. You wait for a bus, you will be miserable. Any waiting is such a load, you know. Hey, will you give me 10 rupees? Tomorrow. You are waiting for tomorrow. When? Tomorrow when? Day after tomorrow when? Miserable. By saying no, fine, but don't make me wait. Many people do that, you know. Especially in a relationship, human relationship. You will not say no, but you will not say yes. You are on a tenterhook. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Then you will say, fed up. When you say fed up, no, I don't want to relate to you. Okay, one little throw. You are like a fish in a bait. Hooked, can't walk out. Waiting guys, you're getting that. Boy, girl, man, woman, it just doesn't matter. Do you want to be like a fish hooked? Think. Therefore, don't try to hook. Don't get hooked. It's a headache. Free. I am happy. Are you happy? Yes. Appa. Thank you. No waking for waking, no waiting for waking or dream or sleep. Trupta pade pade, every moment of life. After lunch I will be happy, after my disease goes I will be happy. Which disease goes? Listen carefully. Oh, when my knee pain goes, then I will be very happy. Hey, when your knee pain goes, you will be comfortable. Don't say you will be happy. Because disease, listen carefully, disease is a continuous companion of the body. Listen, a disease is a continuous companion of the body. You know what is that disease? Think for yourself. Are you afraid of disease or death? It happened once in life. When I was in some country, one person came and says, because they are having miracles and all that. Swamiji, can you cure? I said, I can cure, but I won't cure you. Because I knew what was coming next. If I say cure, then say do it. You know. He was a test you know. I wanted to give him a shock. Controlled atmosphere, don't worry. Then I saw his face falling. I said, don't worry, come on. Don't worry about it. You think I'm that stupid? If I can do that, I will not do it? Okay, tell me. What is your problem? He had a very bad disease. I said, all right, tell me. Are you afraid of disease or you are afraid of death? What was his answer? Disease. Million. Everybody will say. 99% people will say that. What are you afraid? Disease or death? Disease. Really? Are you afraid of cold? Never. Why? With medicine 7 days, without medicine 1 week. Cured. With or without medicine, you will be cured of the cold. You are not afraid. Cancer? Heart attack? Liver problem, kidney failure, why? Die. So are you afraid of disease or death? Afraid of death. Ah, correct. I say, if somebody cures your disease, there is no guarantee another disease will come or not come. Even if somebody makes a miracle cure, because the guy who is doing miracle cure himself dies, no. What are those guys? One who brings the dead also back from life. Brings the dead back to life. Where is that person now? Even if such a fellow existed, he himself died. Think. So even if somebody cures your disease, there is no guarantee the disease will not come back. I can cure your death, the fear of death. You are afraid of disease, not for disease's sake, but for fear of death. Deathless. You are deathless. I am not going to make you. Interested? How many people are interested? More are interested in extension of mortality, not in immortality. It's like children. Ask the 10-year-old, you want happiness or balloon? What the child will say? Ask the 21-year-old, you want happiness or the chocolate? Ask a 30-year-old, you want happiness or my attention. Babies, babies, 40 or 50 or 70 or 90-year-old babies. Think. What do I want? Deathlessness or curing disease? Same thing. Do you want happiness or the object of happiness? Do you want to be the self, who you are, or an identity? I want to be governor, I want to be smart, I want to be intelligent. You want to be infinity or finite intelligent or stupid? Think. Therefore, pade pade, every moment of your life, you are absolutely at rest with yourself. Such a person, gyaha, one word, janati iti gyaha, jnani, na janati iti agyaha. Gyaha means janati iti gyaha, one who knows, one is aware of himself. Sachintopi nischinta, even though the wise man is with thousands of thoughts, nischinta, there is no disturbance whatsoever. Nischinta, there is no more affected by thought. Don't say wisdom means no thought. Wrong. Wisdom is in spite of thought, not absence of thought. Wisdom means no problem. Wisdom is, that's wrong. Wisdom is not no problem. Wisdom is absence of is not absence of a problem, in spite of a problem. Because, as I told you, physical body, continuously this world is walking away from you. There shall be physical inconvenience, social inconvenience, political inconvenience, religious inconvenience. Nobody can escape. This morning I was reading a book, a nice Sanskrit verse. I wish maybe I'll give you some other class. This Sanskrit verse, what a beautifully says. Rama, he talks about Rama, Surya Vanshodbhava, the scion of this solar dynasty, Dasaratha Putraha, the son of Dasaratha. And then Kodandapani, one with his dhanu, with his bow and arrow can make the universe Shiva. Vishnu Avatar, one who is the incarnation of Vishnu himself, could not escape the Vagya Vidambana, could not handle, but could not escape going to the forest, losing the wife, children somewhere. And you think your life will be honky-dory, your life will be totally uneventful, there will be nothing will change, whatever I want will come. No. Wisdom is not absence of suffering or pain. It is in spite of pain or suffering. Wisdom is not absence of comfort. It is in spite of comfort. You understand how beautiful it is? Absolute freedom with yourself being who you are. Gyaha sachintopi nischinta. All the thoughts are coming, but he is not anxious. He is not looking for this thought should go away or this thought should come. Sendriyopi nirindriya, all the sense organs are active. Seeing, hearing, touching, tasting, smelling. Even though with all the indriyas, nirindriya, in spite of the sense organs, sensations, activities taking place, nirindriya, sense organs don't touch him, affect him. Not that the person would see the truth, the happiness in himself, no more listen to the music or sound. Touch sensations are absent. He smells the flower, but the flower, the smell disappears in the wisdom. Eats the food, the taste disappears in wisdom. Sees something, colors disappear in wisdom. Touches something, the touch sensations disappear in wisdom. Don't be stupid. This is what for average person, the definition of wisdom means, wisdom means what? Nothing is there, no thought. That type of definition also kills you, because that is not the truth. What is that infinity which cannot accommodate any finite? What is that absolute which cannot accommodate the relative? Think, friends, think. Subuddhirapi nirbuddhi. With all the buddhi, with all thoughts in his head, intelligence, deliberation, but nirbuddhi. He doesn't consider himself intelligent, sharp, stupid, anything. Just functional. Oh, you are so smart. What is new? You are so stupid. What is new? I told you, who decides which is wonderful? I told you yesterday the example. That boy, what is his name? Dalai Lama. Huh? Nobel Peace Laureate. But the Chinese fellows consider him as insurgent, dissident. Will they give him the prize? Think. I am not talking who is right, who is wrong. What I am telling is, perceptions shall vary. So are you seeing yourself as you are, or you are looking at yourself through other people's perception? Or are you looking at yourself through your own? When you say other people's perception, listen carefully, it is also your thought is an outside or inside. If you are looking at yourself through your thought, through your body, through your senses, through your achievements, through your failures, you will be miserable. You don't need outsiders to torture you. Self-persecuting, self-torturing individual, you don't need others to torture you. Remember that example that giving, that slave of the slave? You remember that now? Exciting. Yesterday a little more extension came, I should tell you. You know that now, right? Listen again. Suppose somebody comes and tells, oh, you are so wonderful. That doesn't excite you. Because I am not intelligent, I am the truth, the absolute. So you are giving me some type of a sort of appreciation, thank you, but that's not me. Another person says, you are an idiot. Thank you for your perception, but I am not that also. I am the absolute. So you are not slave of a flattery, nor you are the slave of the humiliation, which the ordinary person called flattery, appreciation or humiliation. You are not the slave of both. Whereas the other person is the slave of the both. You flatter him, Appa goes to heavens. You criticize him, the fellow gets destroyed, therefore angry. That is how the person functions. So what you have mastered, when the emotions are your slaves, the same emotions are the masters of the other person, ignorant man. So he is the slave of my slave. Naturally, you have to be compassionate. Listen carefully. But for every individual, as you are growing up in life, see the extension. Every individual, the I thought, suppose he picks up and says, I am the master of my emotion. He says that. I do what I like to do. He says that. But is he really slave of his emotion? The ahankar. Are you getting that? I don't drink, I can stop drinking whenever I like. Confident, talks like that, but can't stop it. So that person's individuality in ignorance become the slave. Now the average individual, not only slave of the emotions, but also slave of the ahankar. I thought, when you appreciate yourself who you are, this ahankar is no more the master. I thought is no more the master. So I thought, if you can make that, I thought is your slave, and the emotions are the slave of your slave. So the other person is slave of your slave of your slave. Do you understand that logic? That is why, if you really appreciate, understand yourself who you are, you can never, ever hurt anybody. Why? Because just like that, under the spell of the ignorance, the person is hurt, overtaken, persecuted by his emotions. Persecuted by emotions because persecuted by the ahankar, the I thought. Doubly persecuted. To a person who is doubly persecuted, literally going through life imprisonment in this body, shall you have compassion towards him or shall you have a hatred? How? You understand? And in that there is no sense of superiority, that I am a free person, he is bound. No. You have sympathy, compassion. Because that person should be willing to get out, finish. Just willingness. Enough of this suffering, no more. Then you discover the creation has no sense of suffering. Body has no sense of suffering. Thoughts have no sense of suffering. The I is the commentator. And when you see the reality of this I, who you are, the meaning of the word I, finished. Such a person, janati. Tasmat, thoughts are continuous, doesn't affect him. Thoughts are not there, doesn't feel stupid or ignorant. Ignorance is something which you understand. Relative ignorance, you cannot get out of it. Listen, how much can I say? Because sometimes you can see, oh Swami, there are so many things I don't know. Hey, you don't know. Don't know means what? The thought doesn't exist. Do you know my grandfather's name? So, you should not be miserable because you don't know my grandfather's name. A thought doesn't exist. Do you know how many elements are there in this world? I don't know. So, shall you feel miserable? In 1,000 feet deep in the ocean, what is existing? I don't know. You know how many things you don't know? It's natural, because the thoughts are not there. But that doesn't make me ignorant. There is ignorance, but I am not ignorant. I am conscious. That's me. It's not a matter of arrogance. It's a matter of fact. Then I choose to know few things. Certain things can be there. Just because you can remember, you don't feel proud. Because you have certain informations, you are not feel proud. Just because you don't know anything, certain thoughts you don't have, that doesn't make you feel stupid. The sense of being, that is why kasya katham kathyate, who can talk about it? Ignorant, you are not ignorant. Knowing informations, you are not proud to be knower. Why? Because no roles needed for me. For me to be me, I don't need either the thought or the absence of it. Subuddhirapi nirbuddhi, sahankaro nanahankruti. Sahankara, the wisdom is not absence of ahankar, in spite of ahankar. Adi in a language. It's not the absence of the I thought, but in spite of the I thought. I say the word I, but no more I be the word I. Even while speaking the word I am being the meaning of the word I. While saying the word I always be the meaning of the word I. Only in this, everywhere. Listen carefully. Listen. Now watch it, okay? Do you want this flower? Listen carefully. Do you? Okay. All right. This flower I don't want to give. I have some nice Swiss chocolate. You know that. Yesterday I told you, right? Okay. I have some nice Swiss chocolate. Do you want it? If you say yes, do you want the word Swiss chocolate in a paper written and given to you to chew? Or what the word means? Are you interested in the meaning or interested in the word? Can you give me some gold, my daughter's marriage? I'll give you the gold. Interested in the meaning of the word gold or the gold? I'm thirsty, can you give me some water? I'll give you some water. Are you interested in the word name water or the meaning of the word water? You are always interested in the meaning. Then how come you are only stuck with the word I and not with its meaning? Think. Every time when somebody promises you, doesn't do something, what do you say? Only words, words, words. Chumma pesra. Simply talking. Why? Because gives a lot of promise, but doesn't do anything. This is where you give hope and make people hopeless. You give the hope. I'll meet you at 2 o'clock for the lunch or for the dinner at 10 o'clock. Lunch goes, dinner goes, next day goes, also no news. How do you feel? Wow, wonderful person, right? You will destroy. Why? Basic, only words. So nobody is interested in words. You say, I will help you. You don't. You build up the hopes. You make it hopeless. Think. So, if scriptural study means gathering words, collecting information, what does it mean? Same nonsense. It is like you have collected a lot of chocolates, Swiss chocolate, Belgium chocolate, everything. Names are collected and kept. Eat. The meaning is not there. So you pick up all the informations, Brahman, Atman, Ishvara, liberation, freedom, Satchidananda, You can have alpha, beta, gamma, X, Y, Z. Stupid. But when you see the meaning of it, so everybody is always interested in the meaning of things, not the words, not the names. I'll give you laddu. You are excited already. He will take you to Amazon forest. Excited already. Why? Meaning. Meaning is not the words. So if you are always interested in the meaning of the word, how come every human being is lost in one word called I? That is the one word who nobody knows meaning of it. Think. Nobody knows, because we have not been introduced to the meaning of it. Words we are introduced to, but not the meaning of it. In education, when we are as a children, there is a picture of snake, bamboo, snake, S-N-A-K-E, snake, snake. Picture is there, meaning is there. Have you been introduced in the word I? I didn't get introduced. My school days, my college days, university days, no. Did you? Some special in college, university went? Nowhere. They are busy giving role to the I. Philosopher, educationist, physicist, mathematician, historian, all that. Painter, singer, all that stuff. They can make it anything you like. But nobody gives the meaning of the word I. When you get the meaning of the word I, nobody interested in the words, but the meaning of the word I. Sahankara nahankritihi. Even with the word I, with the ankar, you are not the limited ego, ahankar, the I thought. So it's not the absence of the I thought, it's in spite of the I thought. Such a person we shall see next class. Na sukhi na chava dukhi, na virakto na sangavan. Such a person, neither sukhi na cha dukhi. In the sukhi dukhi, there are two relative conditions, comfortable, uncomfortable. There is no such thing in life. He is absolute always. Understand? He is like space, neither clouded nor sunshine. Space is space. Neither rain or summer. Space is space. It doesn't get drenched in the rainwater, doesn't get frozen in the deep winter. Space is space. Na sukhi, na dukhi. Unaffected. Please close your eyes. We shall see more of the next class. So no road you are stuck to. Who you are is who you are. not in the absence of the rules, but in spite of the rules. It's like the silence.